What's up, everybody? My name is Sabrina, owner of Dream Designs by Sab. Today we are going to be making a vision board for 2023. Before I get started, go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. I am going to be giving you guys so much more coming this year. A big goal of mine that has actually been on my vision board since 2020. So, better late than never. I have been wanting to create YouTube content, like I said, since 2020, probably before then as well. But I just haven't, I don't have an excuse for it. I just haven't done it. So this is my year. Mark my words, this is my year. This is your year. If you have goals, this is your year too. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to be making a vision board today, show you guys how to make one. Everyone does vision boards different. Everyone's looks different. Whatever is aesthetically pleasing to you will work for you. So I've seen so many different kinds of vision boards, but today I'm going to be making one that works for me. So like I said, before we get into it, subscribe, share, like this video, and let's get started. So for my supplies, like I said, everyone is different. So I looked around my craft room, just found a few things that I wanted to use. To save time, I already had printed out pictures to put on there. Some people use magazine clips. I don't have any magazines. I don't have access to finding any magazines, so that way wasn't gonna work for me. So I went online and just printed out pictures, and then I also wanted to do some like drawing on my board as well. And yeah, so I also have these, what is this game called? What is this game called? Where you put these and spell the word. Scrabble pieces. I have those. I have smaller whiteboards that I got from the Dollar Tree. These I bought off of Amazon a few years ago for some orders that I used to do. I don't use them anymore. They've just been sitting in my craft bin, so I'm gonna put them to use today. I need glue. Glue too. I need to go get up and grab the glue, but I need glue to put these on. I have some pictures that I want to use, and then I also used sticker paper, which I also got off of Amazon. This is a sticker paper that I'm using. You don't have to use sticker paper. Like I said, everyone does everything different. You can use regular paper, magazine clips, pictures that you take. Whatever you want to use for your board will work for you. So I'm just showing you guys what's going to work for me and hopefully help you guys and inspire you to make your own. I also have some marker pens or acrylic paint markers. They're kind of more like pens, I feel like. I have a paper cutter, scissors, some more paper. That is my business card. I'm going to put that on there. And then also my main board that I'm going to be using. You can use, I got this from Dollar Tree as well. You can use any board you want. I mean, you don't even have to use a board. You could get like a picture frame and use a picture frame if you wanted. Whatever works for you will work for you. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, so let me move all this stuff back. I used to have so many like letter stickers, but I think when I moved, I don't know what I did with them. I don't know if I got rid of them. I don't know if it's in my craft bin. I just didn't see it. I don't know. I wish I could have found them, but it's okay. We'll make it work. So, another way to like do this, I'm a visual person. So even though I'm gonna do my own thing, I'm still just gonna pull up on Pinterest vision boards just to kind of just get like in the feel of what I want to do. So I think that I am gonna put the vision board, like write it out with these, because I can't find my stickers that I wanted to use. If I even have stickers, I don't even know. So as and so you can get a lot of these supplies from your home. If you have old magazines, you can definitely use that. I wish I had magazines, and I know if I was back home, my mama would have definitely given me a lot of vision. She would have given me a lot of magazines, unless she got rid of them, but she used to have a lot of magazines. Sorry, Mom, don't mean to put you on blast. But yeah, so you don't have to spend a lot of money or make it like, you know, super fancy. This is for your eyes only, really. So you can get whatever supplies you want to use. Like I spent $2, okay? I bought 2 things from the Dollar Tree, and the rest I have from my house. So it's not like you have to go out and break the bank to make a vision board. That's not what we're doing here. I need to find a V and a B, O-A-R. I need an R, okay. I need a V and a B. So let me see if I can find those. While I'm looking for that, I might as well just tell you guys a little bit about myself, because this is my first video. Hey! And you guys don't know me at all. My name is Sabrina. As I said before, I am located in Phoenix, Arizona, born and raised Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Shout out 414 Bucks champions. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding, but I'm kidding. I moved here almost 2 years ago, and a lot of people ask me why I moved here, and really simply the best answer is I just wanted better for my family. And it's really hard to explain that to people who aren't from Milwaukee. They'll be like, well, what's wrong with Milwaukee? There's nothing wrong with Milwaukee. I love my home. I love my home, okay? Don't get me wrong, just because I moved here doesn't mean I hate where I came from. No, I'm very proud of where I came from. I just didn't feel growth there. I felt stuck. I felt that I couldn't heal in the same place that broke me, and that's really the easiest answer that I could give you guys is why I moved. I think that moving away from your hometown is so good and important in healing and in growth. And yeah, we've been here 2 years almost. It's coming up on 2 years in May, and I don't regret it a single bit. I do miss my family and friends like no other. That's honestly the hardest part of living out of state. Even though I have my sister and brother-in-law, and I have a few friends here. I'm not like completely alone here, but majority of my family and friends is back in Wisconsin. So that's really the hardest part of living out of state. But we always said that if it doesn't work, this was an adventure, and it really has been an adventure so far. I've experienced so much growth. I've felt that I am on the right track of healing, which I will get into, probably not in this video, what I mean when I say healing. I'll probably save that for another video. I will touch on it today, but I'm not gonna explain it fully. But yeah, so that's a little bit about me. I have been with my man for 10.5 years so far. We're not married, but that is on my vision board this year. So babe, if you're watching this, it's gonna happen this year, okay? We get married, okay? No, his name is Andrew the love of my life. We got together just out of high school. Well, I just graduated high school. And we have 3 kids together. Our daughter Ariana, Carmelo, and Lorenzo. And yeah, I will touch more on that topic later, but we have 3 children. We don't have any pets, but we're just living life, man. We're just trying to just find what works for us, and just navigating through life and with each other. Andrew's my absolute best friend. Like, I couldn't picture myself without him. And I know a lot of people, when they start dating young and they grow old, they tend to grow apart. And I feel like that's the opposite for us. I feel like we've, over the years, just like bonded more. And I hope and pray that we continue that throughout our whole life, because he's stuck with me and I'm stuck with him. So yeah. Anyways, so I found my letters. Let me grab them back. So now I'm gonna try and just figure out how I want to put these on, because I do also want to draw like some pictures and stuff, and I can't draw that on a blackboard, obviously. So I'm just gonna try and figure out how I want it to look, and I think I'm gonna do it like this, and then okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna grab one more thing. Rose gold. That's kind of been like my vibe, like the neutral rose gold, tan, boho vibes is kind of what my vibes have been and what like attracts me. So these are from an old project. I used to make like picture frames and stuff like that for parties. You know, like the frames you hold, they're like the square, they're cut out and you like smile. That's what I used to make. So I did, I'm gonna take this off because I'm getting hot. I did start off my business. I guess I'll go into explaining to you guys how I started my business. I started in 2018. And actually prior to that, I've always loved art, like always have loved art. I just never took it seriously. Like in high school, I really wish I kept up with it, but I didn't, and I'm really sad that I didn't. But I've always been into art. My sisters are really artistic, a few of them. Love you guys. My mom was artistic growing up, so I think it kind of just runs in the family. But yeah, so in 2018, actually no, let me go back. I know I'm kind of all over the place, you guys. Just bear with me. This is my first video, so I'm kind of just winging it at this point. So my daughter's first birthday party was Snow White, and that's really when I like fell in love with just like designing and stuff. So I started off my business. So after I did her party, I went all out and I was like, I think that I'm gonna be a party planner. Like that was my thing. After her birthday party, I then helped. Well, I planned my sister-in-law's quince when she turned did she have it for her 15th birthday? I think it was her 15th birthday. Because you know some people do it 16, some people do it 15. I'm pretty sure hers was her 15th birthday. So I planned her birthday, and that was so fun. I was like, this is what my calling is. This is what I'm doing. I am gonna be a party planner. And so I really didn't take it seriously. And then I just kind of did it like as for fun. Then when my son was born and his first birthday, we had a Toy Story birthday party, like went all out. And like all this stuff was like DIY, like crazy stuff. And then in 2018, my cousin, who some of y'all may know because he is also on YouTube, Vine Crazy Family. Go check him out and subscribe. He actually came to me and said if I would do his daughter's birthday party. And so I'm like, okay, yeah. And at that point, I was like, you know what? I'm going to make this my business. I am going to be a party planner. And so I did her party, and then for a while I was making centerpieces for people for birthdays, and I was kind of just in the wanting to do party planning for a while. And that, when he asked me, that kind of like jump started like my business. That's when I created my business page. I had a different business name at that time, and I was kind of just doing that for a while. And after a while, I just didn't really feel like that's what I wanted to do. I tried out balloon arrangements. I really like doing that. I just didn't have, I don't know, the patience, or I just didn't feel that like draw to like, this is mine. You know, that wasn't, I just didn't feel that. And so I just kind of started just like creating stuff. Someone asked me if I could make them a wreath, and so I was like, I can try. And so then I made a wreath, and then everyone at my job, I work a corporate job still, everyone at my job was like obsessed because I would bring them into my job, and then other people would see it. And so like that year, so this was the same year that he asked me to decorate the party, and that's when I started my business. And at that time I had a different name. Like I said, I was aiming to do parties, but then like once I started creating like the wreaths, like, and then it just kind of it just was like a domino effect. Like it's just like I just kept getting ideas, and I kept creating, and then it just kept going on from there. And I just wanted to create. I wanted to continue to create, and I just really went through the motions of just trying out what I enjoyed doing the most, and that happened to be just creating. And so I just continued to go from there, and brought me here. That's not really what, it's kind of I don't want to go too much into it in this video because I want to save it for a different video. I didn't mention it yet, but I guess I can, because I don't want to like lie to you and like say, you know, this is what really brought me. But like what brought me back to art besides like my daughter's birthday and all that was my daughter did pass away when she was 1 year old. And art brought me peace. I started painting after she passed away. I started just creating, and that really became an outlet for me. I really just got lost in creating, and that is really part that has helped me heal, is really just creating, aside from just loving it, you know, originally. That just that's what brought me the most peace. And so yeah, I just wanted to mention that. I'm not going to really talk about her passing in this video. I want to keep it to my vision board, but I will touch on it in another video. I just wanted to be like transparent with y'all that also was the main reason why I started creating. So yeah, so back to what I was saying. Aside from the fact that that's what brought me art, I kind of just lost my train of thought now that I talked about that. So, sorry guys, that just totally lost my train of thoughts. What was I even talking about prior to that? Oh, what brought me into art. Anyways, so, yeah, oh yeah, wreaths. I was talking about my job. So, I did that for a while. I still really enjoy making wreaths. I still do it here and there, but it's not like my main source of what I want to do. I really just love creating, and that's really what I just love to do. I just love creating stuff. So it's taken me a while to kind of find like my niche. I don't know how to say it. It's taken me a while to do that, but I think that I'm getting close to like really being like focused on this is what I'm gonna do. And yeah, so after I did the wreaths, I've kind of just, like I said, I've just been going through just like people will literally come to me and be like, hey, can you make this? And I'll be like, I think I can. And then I'll make it, and then I'll be like, I really like making this. So after I did like the wreaths and stuff, you know, that was only like a certain time of the year. People are only buying that during Christmas. So I'm like, this can't be like my main source. And I tried like the ribbon wreaths, and that really, I just didn't feel connected to that. So I was like, I need to find something else. So now fast forward to, so I started in 2018, fast forward to the end of 2019. So right after I had my youngest son, Lorenzo, I bought myself a Cricut, and I think I bought it with a stimulus check, honestly. I'm like, I don't care. I am gonna start my business. I cannot wait any longer. And so I bought a Cricut, and literally I just started taking t-shirts out of my closet. I bought cheap vinyl on Amazon, and I just started taking shirts from my closet, shirts from Andrew's closet, and I just started making things. I'm like, I am gonna learn, I'm gonna teach myself. Another helpful thing was YouTube videos. I watched so many YouTube videos. I joined groups on Facebook. I was just so addicted to learning that I didn't want to stop. And so I didn't stop. I just kept going. And I know it's really hard sometimes to just want to give up, because sometimes things don't always work how you want them to work. So I wasn't really good on making like clothing yet. I didn't have a heat press. I used an iron. So I wasn't like that confident in selling stuff. Even though I still did, I just really wasn't like focusing my energy on that. Sorry, hold on guys. Yeah, I wasn't focusing my energy on that. I was just like kind of just like going through the motions of learning how to use the Cricut. And then someone had reached out to me, and they were like, can you make me a tray? And I'm not gonna say what the tray was for, but it was for flour, if you can get what I'm saying. That's what we call it here in Arizona, flour. And I was like, I mean, I guess. So I started looking up YouTube videos, and I then got into epoxy and really was into that for like a good year and a half. Like I was doing my thing with epoxy, okay? I was making trays, ashtrays, jars, you name it. I was just doing it, like, and it was popular. People, like, that's when, like, my name kind of was getting out there because people were, like, telling other people about it. But pretty much it was, like, local. I wasn't really shipping anything except a few to people who I knew lived out of state. So I was just really just local, off of word, off of referral. And so I was doing that for a while. And then come to when we moved to Arizona, I was still really into the epoxy. At that point, I was then doing trays that lit up and like doing my own molds and like that. But epoxy, if you know about it, is really hard to work with. It has a strong odor to it. I didn't like the way my hair would smell. You have to wear a gas mask because it's not safe while it's curing. You gotta wear gloves. You have to have them in a ventilated room. It's just so much that went into it. And for me, I didn't feel that it was the safest thing to do, especially with kids in my house, because I was doing it in my basement prior to that. So I didn't want to have that fumes and stuff around my kids. And so I was like, okay, I need to go back and focus on doing like clothing or like other things. And I'm like, I always had an interest in sublimation. I just couldn't afford, well, actually, I did buy a printer back when we were in Wisconsin during the pandemic. But that was at the point where everybody was home. So everybody was learning and like teaching themselves how to do like stuff where you can work from home. So like I ordered the printer, and when the printer was supposed to arrive, I got an email saying that it was pushed back like 3 months. And I'm like, oh, shit. But okay, I'll just work with it. And then once I got to that point, I got another email saying your order is being pushed back another 3 months. And at that point, I was like, you know what? That printer, I got the biggest one that you can. The Epson EcoTank is what I use. I know there's other actual sublimation printers, but I had bought the Epson, I think it was like the 1500. And I was like, you know what? This is a lot of money. That's just, I don't have my products. I don't have my, what? Yeah. I didn't have my printer, and I'm like, I'm not going to keep waiting around. Like, I can use this money for something else. So I canceled my order, and I didn't get my printer. And so then I didn't get a printer for 2 years after that first incident. So like after I canceled that, like I still was just like researching sublimation and learning about it, and I joined groups on Facebook. So I didn't get this. So during that time, sorry guys, I'm like kind of all over the place, but I'm just like trying to remember everything. I then after that, I didn't get a sublimation printer until this past March. So March of 2022 is when I finally said, I'm buying a printer. And I actually wasn't even gonna buy the printer. I one morning looked on Target and they said one left. And I asked Andrew, I said, should I do it or should I just save our money? He's like, do it. And so I bought it. I got the printer. For Epsons, you have to convert it, which I'll go into in another video. You have to convert it to a sublimation printer. And it wouldn't print anything, okay? It wouldn't print anything. And so I'm like, what is going on? So I called them. My printer that I got, when they like checked the number or whatever the number is called, they said, oh, yours was part of a malfunction something. We're gonna send you a new one. And at that point I'm like, oh, like, is this not meant to be? Like, what is going on? So they actually sent me a new one. I returned that one. And this one works fine. But I was like, dude, like, is this like, am I not supposed to be doing this? But I am, okay? This is my thing. And so hold on, you guys. I'll be right back. I have to do something really quick. I know I'm kind of all over this place. Bear with me. We are going to get into this. I know I've kind of been just talking while I'm doing stuff down, but just bear with me. I'll be right back, you guys. Boy. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I had to do something really quick. But where was I at? I think I was telling you guys about sublimation. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, I got my printer in March. And prior to that, Andrew actually had bought me a heat press. And that was probably last, I think, December. So I was already like making clothes, but using my Cricut with vinyl, which I still do. I still do both. But I really wanted to do sublimation. I thought that was just a really cool thing to get into. I just couldn't afford it. This is okay. Here we go. And so then I finally bought it in March after everything that I went through. And like I said, I was just, for years, I was already looking online at what, how to do stuff. And another reason why I really wanted to make YouTube videos is not only because I watched a lot of YouTube videos in learning, but also because when I wanted to learn about sublimation, I had knew one person that I went to high school with, and I had reached out to them, and all I asked was, what kind of printer do you use? And she ghosted me. She did not help me. She did not tell me. I am not that kind of person. If anyone ever has questions about what I do or how I do it, I tell them, because you know what? This world is big enough for us all to win. And I just was like, kind of like, wow, like you couldn't even just tell me like I wasn't asking like to steal your freaking business. I was literally asking what printer do you use? And so I am not that person. You ask me, I'm gonna tell you, because like I said, this world is so big. Our clientele is so, like, everyone's clientele is different. Like, and even if like me and like a friend of mine are doing the same thing, like there's gonna be people who support you both. So I just really want to be that person where you can come on here and be like, oh, this is cool what she did. How do you do this? And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna share my secrets with you, and I wanna be that person. So that's another reason why I really wanted to start YouTube, is just to be that person to help. And I really hope that I can be that for you guys. I hope you can look at me and see inspiration and go after your dreams. Now, let me make sure I'm spelling vision right. V-I-S. And I wasn't. I was spelling vision. So I need another I. Yeah, so I started doing sublimation in March, so almost coming up on a year, and I absolutely love it. It's been such a learning experience. I'm still learning. If you guys can see behind me, all this is made by moi. Tumblers, glass cups, clothing. I do it all. I love it. I just love creating. I love when people write me. But I do eventually want to just, it's really hard because right now a lot of my things is custom. People write me to do custom orders and I love doing it. But I also really, I want to get to the point where I'm not doing custom orders and I'm just doing like a brand. And so that is another one of my goals, is to create just a brand and sell that and sell more of like set things rather than everything be customized, because sometimes it does get overwhelming. I'm not gonna lie to you. Things get overwhelming and sometimes I feel overwhelmed, but I still do it. But that's another one of my goals this year, is working on boundaries and telling people no when I honestly don't want to do it, because I have that problem of being like, I don't do that, but I'll do it for you. And that's really my problem. And I'm working on it. So, yeah. Vision. So right now, you guys, I am gluing down my letters. It's gonna say 2023 vision board. And then after I'm done, I'm gonna hang it up in my office. I'm not sure where. I'm gonna hang it in here. Yeah. Another thing, just so you guys get like perspective of where I started, I was still living with my parents when I started my business in 2018. I did not have any room in their house. At that point, it was me, Andrew, and my son Carmelo, my middle child, living in one bedroom in my mom and dad's house. And at that point, my daughter's bedroom was still set up. I wasn't at the point in my healing process to take down her room. But we also were using it as like a playroom for Carmelo and my other nieces and nephews at that point. So I was actually using, like, when I tell you the space that I had was probably the size of this table, in a corner in that room. And that's where I started making stuff. So I literally came from like having a small tiny spot in a room, and now I have my own office, which is really cool. I love my office. I love coming in here and creating, and eventually I do want my own storefront. So that is a goal of mine. I don't know if I want to, it is a goal of mine. I'm not going to be so hard on myself if it doesn't happen this year, because I know good things take time, and I want you guys to know that good things take time. Not everything happens overnight. I know we live in a world where you watch people and influencers on Instagram, and it's like some people honestly blow up overnight, and that's great and that's awesome. Good for you guys. But not everyone has that same experience. Me, for one, it is going into 2023, and I still feel like I'm just touching the surface of my business, even though I've come so far, like so far. I don't feel like I'm all the way where I want to be just yet. So don't let these people on the internet make you feel like everything happens overnight, because it doesn't. And I know some days I struggle with that too, like, why am I not farther than I am? But then I really just put myself back in this perspective and be like, girl, like, look where you came from. Like, you came from a little tiny bedroom out of your parents' house, and now you have your own office. Like, you go, girl, you go. And that's what I'm going to continue to do. I'm just going to continue to do what I need to do and push forward until, you know, I'm where I want to be. And I think probably even at that point, I'm going to still be learning more. I'm just like addicted to learning and expanding and all of that. So I have everything glued down. I did have 4 blank ones that I'm gonna write here because there are no letter Scrabble pieces. And so I'm just gonna do that real quick, and then we're gonna get into how I'm gonna do the rest of the board. So, do I wanna do this just yet? Actually, I'm gonna let that dry before I do that. I don't wanna move it around. So, like I said, I already went through and I printed off some pictures on the internet of my goals and visions that I see myself accomplishing this year. And like I said, you can use magazine clips, you can use your own pictures, like you literally, your vision board is how you want it. And that's really how it goes. So my first one that I'm cutting out, can you guys guess what it is? My first one that I'm gonna be taping on here is, and actually I'm gonna lay it all down first before I take the backing off, but my first one is YouTube. And look at me, first video, vision board, YouTube, I'm doing it. I don't know exactly what this will look like. I don't know how many videos I'll get out. I'm gonna aim for at least one a week for now, until I get the hang of like editing and all that. I'm gonna start off by just aiming for a goal of one a week. And if I do more than just one a week, then I'm gonna be really happy. If I don't do more than one a week, it's okay, because if I just hit the one a week, I know that I hit my goal. So that is my first goal, and my hands have this glue on it, so everything is sticking to it. Okay. So my next one that I have as a goal this year, and I'm actually just gonna kind of cut this out, not in a square shape. This says Girl Gang, and what that means is this year a goal of mine is to make friends. Sounds really sad, but it's not. I work from home. When I moved out here, my job was able to transfer me without losing it. And so aside from my sister and brother-in-law, and then I have just a few more people that I know out here, aside from them, I don't have anyone besides Andrew. And it's been a struggle. Andrew does work outside the house, so he has made those friendships and bonds, and I had hung out with his friends. But that's different. Like, I want to make my own friends, and I know that a lot of people can relate to this. As an adult, it's really hard to make friends, because like what am I gonna do? Go up to someone in the grocery store and be like, hey, do you want to be my friend? Like, I get socially awkward. I don't know, you guys, I don't know if you could tell from this video, maybe not, I don't know, who knows. But I get really socially awkward. Like, I don't know what to say to people. So this is a goal of mine. I'm gonna make friends this year. I'm going to make friends this year. So Girl Gang. The next one is a picture of a sunset. I took this on our way back from Arizona, which is in northern Arizona. It's a picture of a sunset. I'm a sucker for beautiful sunsets, but I want to spend more time in nature this year. My goal is to get out the house more, spend more time in nature. So that's another one of my goals. I also on here have debts. I feel like this is like a really common one. Who likes debt? Nobody, right? I have this on my goal board every year, and I know that I am going to accomplish this in my lifetime. I just know it. I feel it in my bones that I am going to accomplish every single goal that I come for. I feel it. And I've always felt like that my entire life, that I am more than, I don't want to say where I came from, because I'm really proud of where I come from, but like we didn't have a lot of money growing up. We were probably like the lower middle class. Like, we weren't dirt poor. But we didn't have a lot of money. It was my parents and 5 girls. And if you have kids, you know how expensive kids can be. A lot of what I had growing up were hand-me-downs, basically until I got my own job. in my freshman year of high school because I wanted to buy my own stuff. So I have been working since I don't know if I was 14 or 15. I can't remember what age I was, but I've been working since then. Because I wanted to buy my own stuff. I mean, we did get some new clothes here and there, but for the majority of it, it was hand-me-down. So I don't really feel like I got my identity of who I was until I was able to buy my own stuff. And even then, like, you're in high school and middle school, so like, do you really have an identity then? And so yeah, my goal is to just create, what is it called, generational wealth. My kids are gonna, and I feel like it's nothing against my parents. They did an awesome job raising us, but I feel like every parent should want better for their kids than what they had. And so my kids are going to have that, and I'm going to make sure of it. So yeah, debt is on here to cut off that debt. And then the next one I have is, it's a little airplane. I love to travel. I am like a travel freak. Literally, like, when I get home from my vacations, I'll be on the internet planning my next vacation, and people always tell me, like, girl, chill out, like, you just got home yesterday. And I just can't help it. I just love seeing the world. Oh my gosh, I love seeing the world. I have been overseas twice. Really blessed for that experience. We had foreign exchange students growing up, and so every year my parents would, not every year, but we each had our own foreign exchange student throughout high school. My foreign exchange student that I had one, because we each had one, so not each of us, sorry, my oldest sister did not have one, but we had one from Germany. That was my second oldest sister. The sister right above me hers was from France. Mine was from Italy, and then my younger sister, her foreign exchange student was from Germany. And when I say by hers, is that like they were like our age, so that we're like the closest to them. Even though I love all of them, like I love all of them so much. I just feel like that's like our like age, so you're bonding more with them. So my girl Nico, hey girl, if you're watching this, mwah, love you, miss you. Was from Italy. Is from Italy, not was. She is from Italy. And when she was here, her parents actually, for Christmas that year, bought me, or was it the year she was here or the year after? I think it was the year after. They bought me plane tickets to Italy, you guys. Like, that was like the craziest. Like, I didn't have a passport. Like, my first airplane ride was when I was 17 years old, and my boss for my first job actually took us on that trip. Like, she paid for that trip. So we did not travel when we were kids. I think I went to like Kentucky when I was like 5. Otherwise, my grandma and grandpa took us to Minnesota every year. Love those trips. Have a special place in my heart for those trips, and very, very thankful that they did take us on that. But aside from that, we didn't travel growing up. At least like to big places. So when they bought that, I was like, hold on a second, you did what? And so a month after I graduated high school, I got on the plane and I flew to Italy all by myself. I remember, and this was also a month after me and Andrew started dating. So new relationship, graduated high school, and here I am on a plane to Italy by myself. I was crying in that airport. I was so scared. Like, a long flight to Italy by myself. I did not know any Italian, and so I did almost miss my connecting flight. I had a connecting flight in Rome, and I almost missed that. So yeah, after I got to see Italy, and then also, so in Italy we went to Sardinia, which is an island off of Italy. And that's where I spent my month stay, was in Sardinia. After that experience, I'm like, wow, there is so, you guys, if you have never been out of the country, wherever you're from, if you have never been out of your country, you need to make that a priority. And I mean it in like the humblest way. Like, traveling and seeing different parts of the world will open your eyes so much. When I went there, I could not believe how different. Like, I knew it was different, you know, like I obviously know like it's different. I just didn't, I was young, I was still 18, so I was like, holy crap, like, whoa, like this is like the world. Like, it was really eye-opening for me. So I am making that a priority this year to travel more, not necessarily like out of the country, but I do want to travel more. If I'm making out the country, that will be just awesome. If not, I just want to travel. I just want to travel. So that's another one. I know I was kind of on that topic for a while, but like when I start talking about things I'm excited about, I just keep going on. So the next one is prayer hands. I want to continue to get closer to God and my faith and praying. That is a really big one for me. Also, date nights. I do want to make this a priority. Like I have said, we don't have a lot of people out here, so it's hard to get those, but that is going to be a priority this year. We need to go on date nights. That's like a must. And then also, this one says love yourself more. I feel like working from home, sometimes it's really hard to get caught up in just being a mom and being, you know, that role. You don't get as much time to yourself. And I definitely have put myself on the back burner a lot of times because, like, I always felt like if we don't have it, like if I can't do stuff for my kids, why would I do stuff for myself? Which my kids have, you know, everything they ever want and need in life. And we're on our way to getting there. They don't have everything they want and need, but like for the majority of it, my kids are straight. So this year, I'm making it a priority to put myself first, do more things for myself. And I kind of did start that this last year. I do get my nails done. I know that's not really like a lot of people, that's like a normal thing for them, but it wasn't for me. So that's like the one thing, and that's not only what I want to do for myself, but that's like the main thing, that at least once a month I go out and get my nails done. And it's really nice. Like, my nail tech, we always have good conversation. It's just a really good 2 hours that I can get out the house. And I love having I just think my hands look better with them done. So self-care and self-love is a main goal for me. And then also my next one, babe, if you're watching, are you ready for this one? The next one is an engagement ring. I am getting engaged this year, and he knows it. He knows that that is a priority. I'm not going to talk on why we're not engaged yet. It's not like it's not something we don't talk about. We do talk about it. We do want to get married. We have a lot of goals and ambition for ourselves that if we were to get engaged and get married right now, I don't think that either of us would be happy with what we could afford for a wedding. Weddings are super expensive. I don't even know what I want for a wedding. I don't know if I want to travel somewhere. We don't know. Obviously, we're not even engaged yet, so like that's not even like something we talk about. But we just know that right now it's not a priority. I know a lot of people don't agree with that. Like, we have 3 kids. We've been together almost 11 years. They're like, why the heck aren't y'all engaged? We have conversations about it, y'all. Don't think that it's not something we don't talk about. It's definitely a goal for us. We just want to be able to financially be able to afford it. And, like, we don't think it would be in our best interest to, like, we don't even have a house yet. So, like, why would we drop all this money when we don't even have a house? You know, we're living in an apartment. So, but that is a goal this year. We're gonna get there. Paying off debt, getting engaged. We are going to get there. And next on my vision board is family. I want to spend more time as a family together. I am piggybacking off of that. I want to be able to set more boundaries, not even in like just my business, but also work. Like, I work so much, you guys. Like, you don't, I work so much. Like, I get off of my corporate job and then I'm working on my side business because I want my side business to become my main business. So I just am always creating, I'm always working, and I know that affects my kids because they always ask me like, you're still working? And I feel really bad and guilty, but I want to create a life for them where we don't have to worry. And so that is my goal this year, is to spend more time as a family. And then my last picture that I have is first home. I do want to buy a house this year. So that is the pictures. And then now I'm going to kind of arrange them how I want on here. And then also there's going to be some words I'm going to put. But I will be right back, you guys. I have to go do something real quick. Hey guys, so I know I kind of just jumped into this part. I took a break yesterday. I had to do some mom things, and then I ended up not being able to finish the video last night. So then I started again today. So you see me at this point. I already took the backing off of my sticker paper and stuck it down to the part where I thought it looked good. You can see me now writing out words, words of affirmation, words, quotes, other words that I want, like CEO and millionaire mindset, just kind of other little things that I didn't want to print out. I wanted to write out. So during this part, you're just going to watch me just pretty much finish completing the board how I like it. I do kind of wish I had a few more pictures, but you know, I'm just rolling with it at this point, and that is okay. Like I said, you are really going to be the only person seeing this, and as long as it is aesthetically pleasing to you, then that is fine. If someone else doesn't like it, it's okay, because it's not for them, it's for you. So yeah, I'm just going ahead and finishing the board here for you guys, and then I will show you the finished product coming up. Thank you guys so much for watching. And while I still have you guys here, if you guys are having trouble creating your vision board, or you don't know what to write, you can always write in the comments, and I'd love to help you guys out. Like I said, I just love creating. So if that really isn't your thing, but you want to create a vision board, and I strongly encourage you creating a vision board, because when you have something written out and in front of you, it'll really help you see your goals. It'll help you manifest your goals. Write in present tense. Don't ever write like I'm going to be. Just write I am a millionaire. I am the CEO. I am happy, because you are speaking that into your life. You are manifesting that, and that will, once you put that work into it, it will come to life. So if you ever need help, you guys, please write in the comments or message me. I'd love to help you guys out. Once again, I know I said it before, but thank you guys so much for being here today and watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. So yeah, that is how you can make your own vision board. Like I said, you don't need to spend a lot of money. Hold on, I'm sorry. Hold on. My son is having a meltdown because my other son is putting cranberries inside of his poppy shoe. 1 second. Where are they? Mellow is fine. So, in case you were wondering what I deal with on a daily basis. Go. I don't want you to touch this no more. Okay, so like I said, you don't need a lot to spend a lot of money on making a vision board. It's really simple. If you have old magazines, use that. If you don't have access to a printer, draw. Whatever you think will work for you, like I said, will work for you. This is your vision. Will be for your eyes. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, if you have any suggestions, please leave it in the comments below. I really want to thank you guys for coming along with me today and yesterday, making this vision board. I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. I will be dropping more videos. This is just the beginning, and it's only going to get better from here. I truly believe that. Never give up on your dreams, you guys. Never, ever give up on your dreams. We have one life to live, and it is too short to be scared of pursuing your dreams, too scared of going for what you want. Live your life to the fullest. Never take life for granted, and love the people you have in your life. Thank you guys for joining me today. I hope you have a good weekend, a good night, and yeah, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button.